Indianapolis or in Vegas. So you have to get a veteran, in my opinion, and maybe draft for the future, maybe. But I think teams like the Giants, I'm going to keep saying it, teams like Vegas, teams like the Tennessee Titans, the Cleveland Browns, all have too many needs, Smitty, to draft one of these quarterbacks who a lot of people are starting to think is a bad draft class. Not just myself being the hater that I am. We are also, a lot of people out here are thinking this is not a good QB class. And so if that's the case, there's a lot of teams up in the beginning that up in the front of this order that need a lot of pieces, not just a quarterback. So I don't know, but what do I know, Smitty, when I keep saying this is going to be a heavy either trade or free agent QB landing spot for a lot of these teams in the top 10, especially in the top 6, in my opinion. So if the top 6 guys, with the Deshaun Watson being out for a year, needs to plug and play a guy to fill in for a year, then you should have just kept Jameis Winston. So all these different things are going to fold here, and today could be the day when it comes to Sam Darnold not being tagged where the dominoes start to fall. Sam Darnold may be the first and the biggest domino when he doesn't re-sign today. We'll see what happens. Free agency starts in 8 days, March 12th, and then the draft is right after that, Smitty. So lots to unfold here.
Yes, it is, man. We shall see, man. But in other news, another player been talking about contract extensions, got the franchise tag. The Bengals placed a $26.2 million franchise tag on wide receiver T. Higgins. This marks the second straight year that the Bengals have used their franchise tag on Higgins. T. Higgins is, still waiting for his big payday. He was eligible for an extension after year 3, no deal. Finished year 4, franchise tag, and played a year on the tag, and already now he's tagged again. Man, I think this is just bad business by the Bengals, man. The guy has been proven year in and year out to be really a 1B receiver, just because Jamar Chase is so dominant. But to me, T. Higgins is a 1 anywhere else. Joe Burrow has voiced out loud that he wants T. Higgins there. So, your quarterback who you're paying and investing all this money into is telling you that this is one of his primary weapons and he wants to stay there. And these guys are still playing with their food, so to speak. And the Bengals have been probably the cheapest organization in the NFL for quite some time. I mean, I talked to, former Bengals as well, and they said it's been this way since early 2000s. Back in the days, they wouldn't pay guys. And even when it comes down to little things, like the facility and the food they eat and all the little nuanced details that you don't think about, the Bengals have always been on the cheaper side, from the beginning. That's just stemming from their owner. But I'm hoping that they're just franchise tagging them for now, just to secure them. But they'll still continue to negotiate and discuss and try to figure out a longer term deal, because they don't want to piss off Joe Burrow. And listen, I'm not saying a man would leave, but I mean, if I'm Joe, you take away one of my important weapons. You played around with Jamar Chase. Jamar should have got paid last year. He had to sit out, decide to come back and have an amazing year, the best year of his career. Now they got to super pay him. They ain't paid him yet. So it's like, all right, my O-line's been shitty forever. The defense was horrible this year. You expect me to go out here and keep putting my body on line and my legacy on the line by trying to scratch and claw and drag the team into the playoffs every single year, but you're not doing your job as the front office by securing the guys that I need and even bringing me in even more talent. So with all that being said, I don't think Joe would want to leave or go somewhere else. But a man can only take so much. And at some point, if they keep doing wrong, I wouldn't be shocked if Joey B is like, man, let me go find some greener pasture somewhere else.
Yeah, I think it's a horrible take. Man the fuck up. Let me be honest here and give you real statistical data here. Okay, he's making $6 million. $26 million puts him at 7th in the NFL in wide receiver pay. Are you really fucking going to sit here and cry for this motherfucker and feel bad for this fucking prima donna?
I'm counting his pockets on me.
$26 million, homie. He just got paid the 7th highest in the NFL at wide receiver. And we're going to cry for him? Cry me a fucking river, homie. Guess what's going to happen, Smitty? Just so we can give you a little fucking futuristic look here. Jamar Chase is going to be the highest paid non-quarterback in NFL history in about 2 months. So he will be over Justin Jefferson, who's the highest paid right now, making $30 million. And you're going to get, or $35 million, sorry. CeeDee Lamb second at $30 million. And then it goes down to Amon St. Brown all the way to Ayuk, who didn't even fucking play a down last year, basically, who's making 30 as well. So you're at 26 million, Smitty. Top 10, 7th already as a tag guy. To me, it sounds like T. Higgins had a conversation with his motherfucking self and Joe Burrow and said, you know what? I think I'm cool at 26 million, not having the pressure of actually being 1A. I can be 1B with Jamar Chase, make 26 million, and be with Joe Burrow, because I'm not going to find a better ball spinner unless I go to the fucking Rams. So other than that, sounds like a fucking pretty good deal. So cry me a river, $26 million fucking franchise tag. You can talk about all the shit we want to talk about, but really, are you sitting here crying to me, people, that he's deserving of Jamar Chase money or the same pay as Jamar Chase?
No, we not. No, we not. We're not saying he's going to be number one wide receiver. But you don't continue to franchise tag someone. No, when you go out there and you prove yourself,
it's the best move.
He has made. No, it ain't the best move, homie.
You can't pay him, Smitty.
He put himself in position where he deserves to get a long-term deal. When you keep franchise somebody,
that's not gonna happen, homie.
Year thing. There's no commitment. He wants a long-term deal and put him in the same breath, same conversations like the Brennan Ayuk, Amon St. Brown. That 30 to 32 million. Yes, they can. Yes, they can. I'm tired of these billion-dollar organizations saying they can't. They can figure it the fuck out. They can move people around, do what they gotta do. They can figure it out. They always do, homie. Stop.
Now I know why. That's what's wrong with y'all generation. This motherfucker just want, don't want to give.
He's did it. He's proven. What do you want him to do? He's been a top 10 guy for years.
Do you want to win or not? Do you want to win or not?
They ain't won even with him being on the cheap. So don't give me that, homie. Don't give me that, homie. He was cheap last year.
I didn't hear you on this motherfucker crying for Deebo Samuel and Ayuk, homie. I didn't hear you crying for them motherfuckers when they bitched out and left.
Deebo just money. What are you talking about?
Deebo just demanded a trade, homie. Deebo Samuel demanded a trade because their quarterback's about to get the bag. So guess who gets the bag in Cincy? A better quarterback, Joe Burrow. You can't pay everybody, Smitty, and pay my defensive end Hendrickson, who led the league in sacks.
Debo
so guess what?
Going to get paid because Debo is not the same no more.
I mean, now it's always an excuse. It's always an excuse.
T. Higgins, context matters. Don't just throw something weak out there.
T. Higgins can't get the same money.
Context. Debo ain't T. Higgins. Debo ain't T. Higgins. Let me ask you this. So if Ayuk's getting paid $30 million, you think Ayuk should be getting paid more than T. Higgins?
No.
Okay then, homie. And
Ayuk's not enough. So he's Smitty, this is not how business works, Smitty. We can go down the league, Smitty.
Like,
I know you're not going to be that ignorant of a take. I know you're not going to walk around. We can go down the whole league then. Let's go down the whole league and say, should Matthew Stafford be 16th highest paid quarterback? No. We can do that all the way down the league, Smitty. That's not how it works, though, in business, homie.
Stafford's only got paid fucking twice, 3 times probably even at this point.
It don't matter.
He has never gotten paid since his rookie deal.
Is he not the 16th highest paid quarterback?
What I'm trying to say. He had a rookie.
Is he not the 16th highest paid quarterback?
They're franchising him again. Franchises means that I'm going to be somewhere within the top, the average of the top 5 in my position group. And of course, that's good money, but there's a reason why the top guys don't like that. They want long-term deal because there's more money to be paid. There's millions and millions left on the table when you do that. And he's earned it. This ain't some rookie that's just playing around. T. Higgins is a dog, bro. What are you talking about? You're so much on the side of the coaches because you're biased that you forgot you were a player. And now when you have guys like T. Higgins who's actually earned this, balled out, been there for his teammates, quarterback loves him. Everybody loves him in Cincy. You still say, "Oh, hey, cry me a river," because you know why? Because we broke. So when we look at $26.7 million, it's like, "Oh, I'm gonna feel bad for you." It ain't about feeling bad for him, homie. It's about being doing good business by your players. When your players earn the money, pay them. Because when you don't do this, and when you treat your players like this, other players around who will become free agents next season or year after that, they looking like, damn, homie, the Bengals don't treat even their stars right. Jamar Chase had just had a triple crown. They still ain't paid him. T. Higgins been a top-tier receiver in the league. They franchised him again. I ain't going there. And that's why you are a losing organization year in and year out, and you ain't never won shit because you're cheap.
I'm looking at the same link you looked at. This guy's already made $32 million playing wide receiver, homie. All right, why are you crying for this motherfucker? Why are you acting like he's never been paid and he's broke?
I didn't say he's broke. Ain't nobody in the NFL broke.
Defending this motherfucker.
Nobody's broke in the NFL, Jason. Nobody's broke in the NFL.
You're the epitome of player empowerment. You're the epitome of player empowerment. What you're sitting here saying is talking out both sides of your mouth. You either say that you can have Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, and T. Higgins, or you say no, you can't, homie. You're literally not understanding the cap then. So I don't think you understand their cap space either. I don't know if you've looked at it, Smitty. I'm just being honest.
There's always a way. It's what I'm trying to explain to you. Whether you got to drop a player, whether you can't re-sign Henderson, whether you got to go young, there's always ways where they can maneuver and figure it out. It's not impossible. Is all I'm trying to tell you. Don't let them.
All right, so all I'm telling you is right now they've tagged him. It's not like he hasn't been paid. He's been a top 7 paid wide receiver in the last 3 years. So that's just fact.
I'm looking at he's number 11 on my board.
There's no lies. It's a fact, right? He's been paid 32.
Number 11 on my board.
He's been 30.
I think the contract. Can you put that up there, please? The link I sent you in the private chat. He's number 11 on my board. I don't know where you keep saying 7 at. Maybe I'm tripping. I'm counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Smitty, are you looking at total or year?
I'm looking at where he's ranked.
Total overall or year?
Both. Look at it both.
Because 26 million. Just look at the top.
Way.
Okay, but he's $9 million below the top paying guy. $9 million.
That matters, homie.
35 million is number one. So you think T. Higgins is a number 1 in the league?
No, I'm not. I'm not saying he should be 36 million. But he should be in the room of Jalen Waddle, Brandon Ayuk in that room. I guarantee you, if they came by and they offered him 30 million, I bet he'd sign. If they gave him in 30, 31 million, I bet you would sign. 30, 31 million for 4 years.
Are you reading this? Are you reading this?
Yes, I'm reading this, homie. That's how it works, though. Even when Jamar Chase passes Justin Jefferson, he ain't gonna be 10 million in front of him. Nah, it might be 2 million. But that's how you reset the market. So to you, it don't matter. To you, it's crazy. It's 3 million. That matters to these guys. Number 1, number 2, he wants a long-term deal, not these short one. He wants a 4 or 5 year deal to where he's secured. He knows he's good. He ain't got to worry about it. I'm making 30 million a year for 5 years. I'm good.
That will come, but here's the problem.
Win, hold on, win, homie. You tell me why we? When is it gonna come?
Smitty, then ask for a trade, homie, because you don't want to win. You can't get both. You cannot pay both guys, homie, in the top 2 guys in the NFL. You're not gonna have the 2 highest paid wideouts on the same team, homie.
Go back real quick, man. I'm sorry, baby. Real quick.
It's not that hard to grasp.
Put that back up. Let me see. We got. We got Devontae Smith, AJ Brown. So I'm trying to look at numbers. I'm looking at numbers.
You mentioned Waddle. Waddle makes $28 million. T. Higgins is at $26 million. Guess what, homie? It's pretty fucking good to be with Jamar Chase and Joe Burrow and stay there and maybe get a big deal in next year when they can reorganize the cap. By the way, the cap
Waddle got paid last summer? The market changed every time. So if Waddle got a $28 million deal, was it last summer? Then I should be getting fucking 30 mil this summer then. That's my point. I don't think you understand how this shit works, homie. The shit don't stay the same. Don't stay the same, homie.
Let me ask you, homie. Do you really think they're going to pay Jamar Chase number 1 money and T. Higgins number 2 money?
Why you said number 2? I said $30 million. That's not number 2.
You're saying put him above Waddle, homie. So you're telling me they're going to have 2 of the top 5 wideouts in the NFL on one team with Joe Burrow and Hendrickson? No, it don't work that way.
I didn't say Henderson. I don't know. I don't give you the one keeps bringing up Henderson. I'm telling you, there's a way. As an organization, you figure it the fuck out. You figure it out. You act like this is the first time anything like this has ever been done. No, it ain't, homie. Guys have had two top guys in a position group before and get paid, and they figured it out. They can figure it out.
Listen, is he getting paid more than they did last year? Bottom line, this new tag deal is paying him more than last year. He got a bump in pay. The market is going that way. So, like, you're asking for us to feel sorry for a dude making $26 million.
Sorry for no NFL player, homie. I'm saying this is not good. You was agreeing to this the other day. I thought maybe I checked my group chat or something. Like, I feel like I could have sworn we was on the same page with this, and maybe I had a bad dream and I got told something wrong. This is not how you do business as an organization. You don't franchise tag your star player back to back and expect them to just sit there and be happy. Because franchise.
He's not that star player. You keep misspeaking, homie. You keep misspeaking.
He's not the number one guy in the top.
Keep talking. You keep putting your foot in your mouth, homie. He's not a star player. He's not Jamar Chase.
Burrow wants him.
But he's not Jamar Chase.
Why do Burrow want him so bad then? Let me ask you that.
Because he's a number 2. He's a good number 2. What do you mean? What do you mean? Why? What do you mean? Why does Stafford want Nakua and Devontae Adams? What do you mean? What the fuck do you mean, homie? Are you serious? Well, you act like the quarterback say, "Oh, I only need one wideout. Everybody else you can go." Like, what do you mean? Why does he want him, homie? He's not going to get Jamar Chase money. By the way, if you haven't looked and realized,
stop, JB, you gotta stop doing that shit. I never said that.
But listen, can I finish? I'm trying to make a point here. He's not going to get Jamar Chase money. And it's not what you're saying. I'm just telling you, he's not going to get Jamar Chase money. And they have the worst defense in the NFL, Smitty. This is an organization that's trying to win. The head coach wants to get back to a Super Bowl. They want to get Joe Burrow wants to be pleased by having 2 big-time number 1 A and B receivers. And guess what? They got to fucking re-sign the best pass rusher sack-wise in the NFL. So if I'm supposed to do all that with a cap that has gone up and the Bengals have 0 cap space, they got to do some things. They have to tag this motherfucker one time. And guess what? I know it's twice, but they're going to tag him, right? Next year, they're going to have some difference in cap, and they'll say, listen, this is a 5-year deal we're going to give you. But they can't do it this year, is my point.
They did the same thing last year. They did the same thing last year. I know, but JB, you do realize what you're saying now. Next year, they said the same thing last year. They said, all right, we're going to tag you this year. Next year, 5-year deal. And that, listen, now we're at next year. And I was like, we'll tag you again. But next year, we'll get.
Cry me a river. Cry me a motherfucking river.
All they're going to do is wait till. And then what happens? Knock on wood. T. Higgins gets hurt this year. Oh, sorry.
Smitty, cry me a river. What do you want me to do? The business.
Hey, come on, man. I'm not business. Fool. Hey, sit out, T. Higgins. Put it like that. If they don't want to give you no deal, sit out, homie.
This is why you have a micro mentality. This is loser mentality.
No, it ain't.
And this is what happens. So Tom Brady, he can sacrifice and give up all his cheese for a better team. But T. Higgins can't do it. T. Higgins can't do it. Joe Burrow can't do it, right?
Make so much damn money. He ain't sacrifice nothing. Stop. Rich as hell. You better stop playing.
You got to go. Don't talk about
no quarterback to no damn.
Don't talk about what Tom Brady is now. Talk about when he sacrificed, homie. He's still here in the league.
He's rich as hell then too. He was married to somebody who was rich as hell.
Making $26 million in 2001, homie. He wasn't making $26 million,
homie.
You sound like a micro thinker.